Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at the most asked questions, secrets and hidden details in the newest installment of Fears To Fathom. This is their 5th episode called Woodbury Getaway. If you like horror games, jump scares and everything in between, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. So let's jump straight into it. Firstly, to just be a general menace, I decided to look at what happens if we throw items at the NPCs. As you can see here, the office staff are not too happy about it. In the pizzeria, it wouldn't actually let me throw anything. They thought ahead on that one. If we throw things at Mike, well, it doesn't seem to impact him. He doesn't react. And lastly, our neighbour also remains very quiet and smiles throughout the attack. Speaking of our friendly neighbour, I next looked at what happened if we stand behind his car. Weirdly, if we look inside the car, it seems to be filled almost just entirely with grey, yet he can still get into it. If we stand behind the car, well, nothing happens. He doesn't run over us as he seems to be able to detect that we are behind him. However, when he drives at us, we end up on the roof. Next, we're going to look at what happens if we offer the hiker a lift. As you can see, Mike is not too happy. I did decide to see what happens if we follow the hiker, but as you see, he doesn't get too far. He hits an invisible wall and just keeps walking in place. Next, I looked at what happens if we crash into nearly every car on the way there, and we get some hilarious responses. Next, we have a hidden detail. Did you notice Rick standing in the window watching us as we pulled in? And if we go over to the basement door, we see it says Home Sweet Home written on it, which is later something Rick says to us as well. Next, we look at what happens if we do the full house tour before we meet Rick. As you can see, we got some additional dialogue and Mike claiming the best room out of the lot. Then when Rick leaves, if you follow him, you will see him go down a trail and off into the distance. And here is another secret detail. Did you notice the hiker while fishing? Because I didn't the first time. Next, we move on to what happens if you give Mike the games. There are only 2 games that he will actually play. I did, however, have great fun in eventually being able to hit him in the face with them. Next we have what happens if we feed the cat. We find a cat up in the attic who is hungry, and if you feed it, you will get a nice achievement for it. Next, and this is one of my favourite hidden details. If you make mic noise at the door, the hiker will hear you and you will get an achievement. That isn't the interesting part. If we follow him and look out the window, look at what he does. He is standing there and kicking that basement door. This clearly doesn't work out in his favour, as when we go back to bed, we hear him being what we presume is attacked. Now, if we go back and look out the same window, the basement doors are open. And last but not least, and this was sadly a fail, I thought, like in Carson's house, if we were elevated we might be able to stop him attacking us like we did with Cara and the bike, but sadly no, he can still get to us. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this, and if you did like it, maybe give it a like, and if you'd like to see future videos, maybe you'd subscribe as well. Did I miss any details here? Comment below and let me know. As always though, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.